we're gonna try to make this video quick. I'm not drawing because I'm playing Arc Raiders right now with my boy. So naturally, I have things to do, people to see, Raiders to kill, and goop to loop. You know what I'm saying? So let's do it real quick before you join my game. Let me make sure you didn't join. All right. So this is how to utilize your time frames. I'll go over my London trade. I'll go over my New York trade. I'll go over my gold trade because I utilize time frames. OD. So first of all, the higher the time frame, the more pull it has. Okay, so you see how on this time frame we inversed this daily gap right here. So naturally, since we inverse this daily gap, this is on a daily time frame. What's the next draw? I'm thinking. Well, the next draw at least has to be an easy draw for sure. You know, intraday. You know what I'm saying? It's definitely this VI right here. But realistically speaking, it's this low right here, this sell side. Now we go down the 4 hour, right? And when you're looking in price here, it's like, okay, we just inverse this 4 hour gap. So given that we inverse this 4 hour gap, first of all, let's actually go to right here. We just inverse this 4 hour gap. Right, so I'm constantly always waiting for an inversion when I'm using the higher time frame, to be honest. So this is inversed, right, at 22. And then now that we know that the higher time frame is bearish, what's the next draw after this inverse? Well, it's easily this low and this gap, right? I mean, that's an easy draw liquidity. Like, you know, like, treat the higher time frame like the 1 minute chart. If you want to be profitable, treat the 1 minute like the 1 minute. Treat the higher time frame like the 1 minute chart. All right. So now I'm just waiting for a little retrace. Right, here's the closure. All right. And actually, we get something right here. Right after we tap into this 5 minute. After you get a retrace, make sure it's retracing to a 5 minute PDRA and above. We tap into this 5 minute PDRA right here, close, and then we get an inverse. So with that, this is the system, this is the model. Boom, right here. Yeah, I normally put it right here, but for sure. And then guess where you could target next? Down to right here, if you really want to get greedy. But obviously it's probably a bit you know how it is. It's not too far away. You target down there. Obviously your break, once you get this dump right here, you're break even. You don't want this volatility to get flipped, right? And then obviously obviously we end up tapping it. Now, if I'm being honest with you, I wouldn't have held all the way like this. I don't hold trades like this. You'll probably never see me hold a trade like this and it comes up and whatever. Like, once I get a certain RR, like for example, like if I'm like right here or come down, once we come down to this low right here, once we come down to this low, I'm personally trailing my stop loss like right here. As you get lower, I'm trailing it right here. Lower, I'm trailing it right here. Lower, I'm trailing it right here. I'm getting trailed right here, right? For 1 to 3. I'm not holding all the way down here because it's a high win rate model, so I don't necessarily need. Make sure you're join in. I don't necessarily need a bunch of RR. Now, is the RR great? You know what I'm saying? To have extra RR, great to have. Yeah, for sure. But I don't need that much. So there you go. And then utilizing more. Understanding that we just inverse, and this is the trade I took in London session. So understanding we inverse this 4 hour right here. Now at the time, this 4 hour wasn't inversed, so I used a little bit of discretion. But I realized, okay, if we were to respect this 4 hour and keep heading higher, right, we would probably, because at the time we were hovering at it. Hold on. This is in real time, by the way. At the time, we were hovering right here. So at 3:59, this black line is the 1 hour gap. If we were bullish, we would have stayed above this 1 hour. So given that we closed below it, have this 1 hour, right here, I'm like, okay, we're bearish. Now I'm waiting for a tap into a PDRA 5 minutes or higher. Here's the 15-minute in this instance. And I'm waiting for a inversion to the downside. And this time we get an inversion right here. I don't know why it looks like this. At the time it looked a little bit better. I don't know why it looked like this, but anyways, for inversion, boom. Oh, here it is. All right, this is technically a 1 minute for value gap. I entered kind of late, unfortunately. I entered like right here, but right here, and I'm targeting down to right here, mainly at this devil's mark right here. And as we make bearish PDRAs, right, we come down, order block's been formed. I'm trailing my stop loss to right here. We come down lower, trailing it right here, and then ultimately I get out for like right here. All right, I'm lying. The RR wasn't that good. The RR was like right here. You feel me? So that's the London. That's how I'm utilizing time frames, and then we're going to New York AM today. Go to it. So what do we see during New York AM? The 1 hour, right? We close bearish right here. We have a bearish closure at 8 o'clock, right? There's no bullish PDRA sitting us higher. 4 hour, we obviously inverse this 4 hour gap, right? This is before 9:30 open, right? But what does 9:30 do? We jump higher. Now, am I thinking we're bullish because of this 9:30? I mean, this 9:30 skyrocket? No, of course we're not bullish. You feel me? I don't think we're bullish just because we skyrocket up. This is just manipulation to me. Because guess where we got? We took out these highs into this 1 hour gap, right? So I'm like, okay, this is nothing but manipulation. So what do? I look for a little break to the downside here. Enter off of this, tracing to this 1 minute right here, and then whatever. And I'm targeting down to here. Guess what else I'm doing? That's my point now. Hold on, Julius.
Yeah,
Give me like 5 seconds. Give me like 3 minutes. I'm finishing this video for this video.
but
Like 5 minutes. Like 5. All right. That's my point. My bad. So as we're coming down, that's what I'm doing. At this point, not yet. Trailed stop right here. Trail stops at order blocks, and I get trailed out right here. Guess what? We didn't take out the lows yet. We didn't take out the lows, so given that we didn't take out the lows, what I'm thinking this manipulation, I do a little trick shot right here. I do a little trick shot. You see this rejection block with my top tick model. My top tick model appeared. So given that my top tick model appeared, besides now my top tick model isn't just rejection blocks. I just use the rejection block for my PD array for my top tick model. I signal it in the TikTok live stream. I was literally in the restroom when my limit got hit. Right here, 10-point stop. Obviously on the live stream I had to LARP the 5-point stop, but the stop loss was 10 points, right? And we're obviously bearish. Let's go to the 5 minute. Oh yeah, and I also say enter off of this inverse right here. So I tell them to enter off of this inverse. Mind you, I'm already done from day from London, so don't be thinking I'm just taking out trades. I'm like, everybody, enter off of this inverse right here. Enter. And what do we get? A bunch of chop action right after. But TP gets hit eventually, I promise. All right, right there. Here we go. Feel me? And then we look at the gold trade that I just took feel like gold was really good. All right, on the daily. So here's what I was thinking, right? At the time, we were delivering from, where is it at? Where is it at? This is not the gold at. Let's see. Right here. Right here. At the time, I'm like, okay. We just had this huge dump, but we're delivering off this 4 hour. What do? Do I take shorts? And the answer was yes, I do take shorts. Wanna know why? Because even though we're delivering off this 4 hour, higher time frame, we inversed this daily gap. So given that we inverse this daily gap, we're more likely bearish than we are bullish, right? Because off of this daily inverse right here, what am I looking at target now? This daily gap right here. This is my draw on liquidity on gold. Not that I trade gold like that, but this time around I did. So what do we see? This is later. All right, we come up, we sweep this liquidity out into this 4 hour gap at the time. So it's right here. It's 4 hour gap. And we get a 3-minute inverse to the downside. And what am I thinking? The only way that this 3-minute doesn't play out is if we truly want to head higher past this 4 hour and we're just going to deliver from this 4 hour, and that the 4 hour is stronger than the daily, which is unlikely. Targeting roughly around here. Now I was trying to target all the way down here, but I couldn't move my stop loss in, not my stop loss, my TP in time. But it's fine. We made around 1200 anyways. So yeah, that's just examples of utilizing time frames. Now, which concepts work the best when it comes to these time frames? Remember that the 15-minute is correlated to the 1 minute. So if you see a 15-minute SMT, that is going to work best for the 1 minute. Obviously, if you have a SMT on the daily time frame, 4 hour time frame, it's going to have a much higher pull. But also 5-minute tap into PD raise and above. That's basically how I utilize the higher time frame. Right. So